Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you some tips for defending the bomb on the new map Skyscraper. On top of this, I plan to make strats for 3 bomb locations throughout this next week. I plan to release a new strat on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I plan to do this for other maps in the future, so stick around if you want to see those. Thank you. A little general overview of the bombs. I would say all of them are actually pretty decent. There's not really a worse one or a best one. It really just depends on what your team is great at. I would definitely say the harder ones to control are going to be the first floor ones just because of the top hatches. Second floor ones are going to be easier, especially because you could pulse from below on one of them.
Protect the bombs.
Not much more I can say about the bombs. They're all pretty balanced, all pretty equal. Not terrible. It's really up to how your team plays. If you like to roam more, I would definitely consider this bomb or the first floor on the opposite side, the east side first floor. It's the tight one. It's the bedroom and bath. These two are both pretty decent to roam on, as well as the first floor beneath here. Both pretty decent to roam on.
Down
And
to 5 seconds.
Pulse is pretty viable for all the bomb spots here. It's definitely going to be more viable on the west side since you can shoot up and down through the wood floors. No, Valkyrie you're pretty much going to want to use on every spot. Either Valkyrie or an Echo. Either one of them is good. Echo you're going to want to be full-time droning just to give good intel. So first we're going to start out with the second floor karaoke room and tea room. The goal here is going to be to board all the south walls in both objectives. So once you get these walls here, it's going to block off the attackers from getting angles from the stairs. And by getting the south walls in B, it blocks them from getting any use out of this room unless they have a thermite or Hibana. On top of that, there are only 3 walls here, so the person who places that wall there has to get this wall over here because it leads outside.
10 seconds to insertion.
Then what you're going to do with the last 2 walls is you're going to put them here and here. They're not really needed, they're just
Keep an
there.
eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bomb.
Just to, I don't know, provide more safety. Top of that, you want to leave this open. It will give any attacker coming up the north stairs vulnerable to an easy flank, and trust me, it happens a lot. They almost never suspect it. Another great way of defending is to use the outside to your advantage. Jump out onto the balcony. Now you get a whole sight on the defenders using any of the windows. Just be careful though, because of the people to the left and the right can shoot at you. As far as cams go, they aren't really needed for this position. You can avoid playing Valkyrie. Otherwise I would put one here, just to get a good angle on this. Throw one here for a good angle down both halls, so you can see who's coming up the stairs. And your last one is just your preference. You could put it outside so you could get better peeks, be a little more safe. Whatever your choice may be. Get a good angle, hop out.
You have entered the controlled area. Leave now. You have been spotted.
Mainly more up to you, but these cams should work pretty well for the objective. Other than that, just do the obvious of shooting through each bomb. The more open they are to each other, the easier it will be to take out the bomb if it be defused. And that's about it. Not much roaming you could do here. You could shoot from underneath if you play Pulse. So try to utilize that. Playing Pulse and shooting up into the enemy. Otherwise that's about it. Not much you can do here. Very minimal spots that are safe. You could use this back here, but that provides little angle coverage. Just the doorways and that's it. So you maybe have one guy in there. One guy back here to be holding out the stairs. Most of the time I like to place 1 or 2 people in here, one just to watch the hallway, and then another one that can jump out and flank the
If you
enemy.
remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles.
And then at the same time, you could shoot out this here. That was really bad. You could shoot out this here and get a good angle on the stairs there. Or in general, make it so they don't want to push those stairs. That's about it. Not much else I could do. Maybe send the 5th guy out roaming to the max. Or you could stash him over here if you want. It's pretty decent. Just be careful for the window there. And that's about it. So that's it for this bomb site. Let me move on to the next. So next we're going to be doing the 2nd floor exhibition room and the 2nd floor work office. This bomb site, it's going to
Secure the
be
area. Keep the bombs
on the
protected.
harder side to defend, just because the angles that are provided to the attackers are easier, but with these walls it should make this bomb site a piece of cake. So obviously, first blow up in between the bombs, where coverage on both is better. Next, you're gonna wanna reinforce these walls, get these all reinforced. This leads outside, you wanna keep that covered. So that's 3 walls there. You're going to want to get this 1 wall here, which also leads to outside,
10 seconds to
as you
insertion.
can see. So that's 4 walls. Get 1
5
here,
seconds
that's
counting.
5. That doesn't lead to outside, that just leads to the next room. And then there's
Increased
4
surveillance on
walls
bombs.
here
Op 4
that you
has
want to
the
get, so that's
diffuser.
a total of 9 walls. So get those walls. Those ones lead outside. And then you're going to want to get this last wall here, which also leads outside. So as you can tell, almost all except for that 1 wall is going to be leading to outside, so it's very important that you get those up. Don't even worry about these walls. The way you should be working out your 5 people, it shouldn't really need any boarding. As far as camera coverage, normally get one right over here. Like right here is good. It gets you a general area on the stairs as well as the room I'm in and a little bit more further. Another one you could do is I like to get right about here. Gives you pretty decent coverage on, okay, well not there, on the lamp. It gives you pretty decent coverage on both of the bombs because you use that hole to your advantage. Maybe shoot up a little bit more. Gives you just a little bit more coverage. If it lands on that lamp, then it works a lot better. But hopefully you get the general idea. Then another one you may want to do is in here. This one will be a lot harder for them to see because it's covered by the foliage. But be careful as it can get covered by the foliage itself. Maybe move it down a little. Find a good spot for that. Other than that, you don't really want too many people in the objective, maybe one here. And if you actually impact this, it will kill the chair and the back panel of the desk. You could also shoot it too. So once you get rid of that chair, you could slip behind there and it offers decent coverage. Other than that, open up the top hatch so that you can get out just in case, because people will nade back there. Another decent spot is right here. But you have to be wary for the stairs. Many people like to travel up them, which is why you're going to want somebody over here. This person is just going to be your camera. He's going to check the cams, see what's going on, maybe look down the stairs, check the stairs, pop. So 1 person there, you're going to want 1 person back there, and then maybe 1 person here. As for the other 2, you're probably going to want 1 person over in this area so he could defend from the other side of Skyscraper. And for the last person, you may just want to send him out to roam or do whatever he needs. And that is pretty much it. There's not much more to this bomb site. If you want, you could shoot through here. Otherwise, I just leave it as it is. You don't really need to. Maybe if you have your guy camming over here and he has an AR, maybe an AR and SMG, maybe have him make those holes, and then he could get a good sight if they happen to breach from outside onto that 3 wall. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. And that's all for this bomb. I'll move on to the next. Next, we're going to be doing BBQ and Kitchen on the first floor. This is probably going to be the bomb site that I do not strat out because it's just the easier bomb site for the, probably one of the easiest ones for the attackers to take over. Otherwise, obviously, blow up the wall. You're going to want to get these two walls here, and then you're going to want to get these three. I think it's three, maybe four. We'll just count it as six for now. Get this one leads outside. Definitely want to get that closed. And then get these two here. So that's 8 or 9.
10
And then there
remaining.
is a top hatch. It's going to be completely up to you whether you want to use it or you want to block it. If you use it, you could get a pretty decent angle on that door as well as the window. And because of all the bars, it makes it difficult for the attackers to actually shoot at you while you're up here or even notice you. So definitely up to you if you want to block it or if you want to utilize it. Otherwise, I would get this wall too. Although that one doesn't really get breached that often. It's just one that you may want to get up. May help, may not. Most of the time you're going to see the attackers pushing from outside. As for where you want to position people, typically one always wants to be back here. It's pretty good once you have the wall up. It's just a good decent corner. You do not want to keep one here. It's open up to the door and somebody from across the room will be able to see under it and see your feet. This one will most likely get breached. If they have a thatcher, they will plan on breaching this wall no matter what. That's pretty much the priority number one of the attackers. So if you want someone else down here, maybe position them around here. Just watch out for the window or position them over here. They could use the bomb as cover from the wall if they breach it. As for that, not many people are going to be back at the bomb. You're going to want more people outside of it or roaming. Not a lot of people utilize this area back here, and it's not a bad area. You could keep one person back here if you want. It is all these you can shoot through, so just be careful about that. Another idea is to keep someone on the stairs. It makes it so they can't vault in through this window, which is very helpful. Now this spot, just staying in this bar while you're crouched, I think they might be able to see the top of your head, so you may want to lay down and then just listen for when they get close, pop up and shoot. And on top of that, it allows you to guard the left or the southeast door from B. That's pretty much it for people placement. As far as cams go, there's not much you could do. You could get that one outside again.
If you remain
Over
in this zone,
here.
you will be detected by hostiles. Your location has been
I'll make it
compromised.
easy to pop out on them, although it's pretty easy to see. Maybe get it up, throw it on the lantern, I don't know. Try to find a good spot for that. Another decent spot is back here. Just gets this back area. And then you could also get... I used to put them up there, but this little thing can cover it. However, it does get a pretty good view of the area. So if you find a spot similar to that, that works too. Just any general information. And totally up to you for that third cam. May not even want to throw it outside. It's going to be dangerous trying to get it out there, and you will most likely get detected while trying to throw it out, and so they'll look for that cam when they get there. Otherwise, that is it for this bomb, and we'll move on to the next. Last, we're going to be doing first floor bedroom and bathroom. This one is pretty difficult for people to get a grasp on because it is so...
Secure the area. Keep
because
the
the
bombs
bomb
protected.
rooms are so tight, not much space. You're very you're held into very tight spaces when holding this bomb because of the two windows here and then the window here. Otherwise, you're gonna want to get the 3 north walls to the objective. So this one, and that one, and then more than likely or not, you're gonna want to board top hatch. If you plan to use it, then you're gonna want to be very cautious. It's very easy to get taken over by the attackers. There's many angles upstairs that they can attack from. So it's just a better idea just to block it off and call it safe. And on top of that, it doesn't even offer the attackers that much of an angle. Only into this front room, and it's barely that much of an angle. Otherwise, you can shoot in between the objectives, but it's still very restricted. So don't plan on that being your safeguard. Most of the time, my team doesn't even shoot them open because we just don't need to. As for people placement, get one in here. That's about it. And you just really need one at bomb. If you have a second one, maybe throw them in the bathroom or by the shower. Make sure he just watches out for the windows. That's pretty much it. As far as cams go, I like to get one here. Just gives you a general view of the area. Not a lot of people pick it up right off the bat either. Next one, it could be in this room if you want. It'll give pretty much the same view, just a little bit less, and it gives you this back coverage room. A lot of Hibanas like to go back here, shoot open these walls, and just use that as their primary angle. So be careful for that. Another cam that I really like to use is this one here. You want to try to get it back into that crevice so it's less detectable. You just use that, you get a good angle, could pop out, shotgun.
Controlled area. Leave now.
Pretty decent, and because you want to use that, you're going to want to board up this wall here. Maybe get these 2 walls. I believe that's 2 walls. And then board up this door. Typically, my team will run 2 people back here. Get one right here, whoever has the SMG, get him back here and just have him snipe down this hall. And then the other person, you want to be running a shotgun, using those cams, and then just run out.
If you remain in this zone,
Pop
you will be detected by hostiles.
As far as that goes, so 2 an objective, you got 2 out here, and it's a total of 7 walls if you include top hatch, 6 if you don't. The other person, you're just probably going to want to send out roaming, or you could throw him over here. This actually provides decent cover, and you can get the flank of the enemy if they use this room back here. Otherwise, that's about it for this bomb. Not much you can do. Pretty restricted. I would try not to use it. Although, if you got a good angle on it, it could be pretty good. You could also use this door here to get outside.
You will be detected in this area. You have been spotted.
But a lot of people are watching that, so you gotta be careful. Bash this down, and you get a slight angle on anybody who's on the stairs using that doorway.
You have entered an
So that could help.
area.
I've seen
Leave
some people
now.
use
Your
this.
location has been
Typically
compromised.
doesn't end with them living. It's a pretty hard angle to hold. Very vulnerable, and it's very easy to pick up as an attacker. Otherwise, that's about it. You may want to board these up if you feel like you need to. I normally don't. They aren't really necessary. It doesn't really do much because you're not going to have anybody in line with those sites in A, so they don't really matter. Otherwise, that about does it for this video, and that's all.
Will be detected if you remain in this area. You have been spotted. Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.